Alright, I want to change the bearings. Got my new ACs. Put them in there. Start by this collar is spring loaded. Just need to shove it down in there far enough and wedge it to the side to be able to pop the little retainer off of there and it'll come right out. I need 2 hands. Okay, I released it. Just slid the retainer out and the spring and cover come off. And now the whole quill will just come right on out of there. There we go. First thing I gotta do is loosen those 2 screws and take the nut off there. I was going to warn you, when you take the quill out, be careful that you don't lose the little brass pin that fits up inside the quill lock, and it's what slides on the groove. It's what pinches the quill to hold it in place. And guess where I did? I dropped it somewhere. Oh well. I'll find it or make a new one. Okay, you loosen it to socket screws and the adjuster nut will unscrew out of there. Again, I need 2 hands. There you go, comes up out of there. Now we got access to the bearings in the top. I've already removed the retainer at the bottom. Okay, removing the spindle is fairly easy. You can just hold the quill in one hand and tap on the spindle with a dead blow, because these bearings, they're snug, but they aren't anywhere near what you would call a press fit. Just a few taps on the hammer and it'll come right out of there. You can take out the bearings, and same thing with the lower bearing. Okay, there's the bare spindle. Here's my AC bearing. It's got to go on there like this, so that the load, just like on tapered rollers, will be opposite each other. It'll be forcing up this way and forcing down that way. Otherwise, you would just push the bearings apart. So that's the top. That's how it'll go in the spindle, like that. Now I'll just get it on the shaft. Okay, well, I got the AC on there. I had a wee little bit of a burr on the shaft, and I just hit it with some little piece of 600 grit, cleaned it up, and it pretty much went on by hand. I just held up my hand and if I can hold it like this, squeezed it like this with both hands and pulled it on there. Didn't need to use the clamp. Don't want to beat on it or anything. I just squeezed it on there. Yours may vary. But there's that on there. I'll have to blow it all dry, make sure there isn't any grit in there. It's going to be the same difference. The tapered roller is like 18 millimeters thick, and this is only 14, but I made a little spacer here. This will fit up inside the quill, take up the space. I forgot I was going to check. I might not need that because as it's down on there might be enough room in there for it to fit, but I'll probably use the spacer anyhow. I'll double check it. Okay, I got to get the upper bearings race out of there. There's a little bit of a lip in there. We can see that. But just taking a screwdriver and going around the edge and just slightly tapping it, and it's coming right out. Again, it's not a press fit. It's, you know, strong finger press, if you want to call it that. But that'll come right out of there. There you go. Just took a little bit of tapping and it came right up out of there. Up out of there that way. Now the new AC will go in there. It'll go in that way. I want to clean it out first. Okay, just double checking the fit on this. This looks like it'll fit on here with the same thing. Strong finger pressure ought to push it down, but it's got to go inside here first. And that's going to take a clamp to squeeze it in there. There, the upper bearing just took a little bit of persuading to get in there. This little clamp pressure went right in there. Okay, upper bearing is seated in there. It's sitting, I'd say, well, I don't know exactly how much. Yeah, shit, I think I can get my calipers in there. Alright, it's sitting about, I don't know, 83 thousandths below the lip in there. Should be good to go. You can see it's seated in there at the same spot as the original. Oh, should be good to go. Let me clean these up and blow them out and dry them off. Then we can grease them up and put it together. Okay, the initial test fit, just to see how much room I have without my spacer. The lower bearing is flush with the lower end of the quill, and the bearing is just below the notch in the threads. I'll see if I actually have enough room to seat that up in there without using the spacer. I still have enough thread to use the retainer nut. Nope, it's going to need the retainer. If I set it down in there, I think I'd be about 1/8 of an inch below. There wouldn't be any thread left to screw the retainer down, so I'll use my spacer. Fit on there. Goes up inside the quill bottom, actually. Fits up inside there like that. Now we'll put her together. Alright, I'm ready to put my Kluber Isoflex NBU15 grease in the new bearings. Give them a thorough cleaning. Use the carb cleaner, works real good. Get all the grease and junk out of there. Blew them all out, dried them all off real good. Paper towels. Should be good to go. I just got to get the grease in there. According to the specs, it only takes 1.5 cc's of grease for both bearings. So I loaded up the syringe, got 1.5 cc's in there, and I put about 1 in the lower bearing and 0.5 cc in the upper bearing. And so I just fill in the voids in between and should be good to go. There, just went around it once and gave a squirt around each bearing, and then just rotate around with my finger to spread the grease around, and I'll go around and give it its last little bit just for the upper bearing. The lower bearing's already done. Okay, I lucked out. I had a little washer that fit right down in there perfect. So I put the little retainer nut back in the top, and took it finger tightening, just gave it maybe a 1/16 of a turn for a little bit of preload on it. Put the lower retainer on it. Same thing, finger tighten, just give it a little bit of maybe a 1/16 of a turn just to snug it up. It's on there good and spins real nice and smooth. Now we'll put it back in here and fire it up.